Hello friends, welcome to AffairsCloud. We learn to lead. My name is Vikas. So friends, in today's video we'll be looking some of the most important current affairs of the topic appointments and resignations of the April month. The video will be very interesting and helpful to you. So do watch the video till the end. Hit the like button and share the link of this video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, do subscribe. So friends, we'll start with our video, but before that we have something important to tell you about. We have an app by the name AffairsCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. Once you have downloaded the app, you will open the app and you will see this type of screen. In this, you can go and log in with your Google account, that is your Gmail ID. Then once you have logged in, then you will be moved to this page where you can see a window. If you click on the current affairs section here, then you will be moved to this page. Now this is where magic happens. This is the course where there are two courses provided by us. First, you should know it is of 1 year and 2 years. So choose your course accordingly. What we are providing and what is the reason behind that you should purchase course of current affairs from us, and what are the important details about it. First thing, you should know that we provide you current affairs in both English and Hindi. Okay. Also, we provide you here current affairs daily. PDFs are provided daily. The important factor here to remember is we are providing PDF to you daily. Okay, that contains question answers of the daily current affairs. They are explained in a much easy way where you can grasp the knowledge and do your revision. Okay, apart from app, we provide you with question answers. Then on every day we provide you 20 question answers quiz, daily 20 questions quiz. So imagine how much it will benefit you in your preparation. Then we provide you same thing for weekly. In weekly we take a quiz of 50 questions. Then question answers of week, we provide you a book, PDF is provided you weekly of the compiled questions of the whole week. Similarly for monthly also, ebook is given, your quizzes are taken, question answers PDF. Then apart from it, we also help you to prepare for banking papers. All the banking exams you can go refer to our videos and our courses here. You can see here that we provide you banking and economic quiz of 157 questions. Okay, then topic wise PDFs are covered. As you can see, we are making videos on indexes and reports, important days, the books and authors, all the events that are taking place in individual months. So these PDFs are provided to you and they will help you a lot in your preparation for journal awareness, your journal studies, as well as for current affairs. Then you can see we also provide you current affairs for state-wise current affairs are provided to you. Apart from this, I have a gift for all of my friends here. If you use my code Vikas10, you will be getting a straight 10% discount on the purchase you make. So when you are about to check out and do the payment, just before the payment, you will be getting an option to use the promo code. There you can put the Vikas10, the code, and you will be getting an extra 10% discount on the total purchase you make there. So let's start with our video. So let's start. The first is Subhashkumar. Subhashkumar is said to take the additional charge as the CMD, that is your chairman and managing director of ONGC. ONGC stands for Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. Alright, so as you can see him in the picture, he is Subhash Kumar and he is ready to take the additional charge of chairman and managing director of Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. All right, so according to the order issued by the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, that is ONGC, all right, the finance director Subhash Kumar has assumed the additional charge of the chairman and managing director due to the retirement of the current CMD, that is Sushil Chandra. So the question can be framed in another manner, that who will that Subhash Kumar will be replacing whom as the CMD of ONGC. He will be replacing Shashi Shankar. All right. Then he had worked as head business development, finance and budget, and also as the head treasury planning and portfolio management group at ONGC Videsh Limited from April 2010 to March 2015. Moving on. Next, we'll be discussing about R.K. Chibber. R.K. Chibber's term has been extended by 6 months. Alright, I repeat. The term of R.K. Chibber has been extended by 6 months. He is currently CMD, that is your chairman and managing director of J&K Bank. Alright. Then, if we look at the data, RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, has extended the term of Rajesh Kumar Chibber, that is RK Chibber. He is the chairman and managing director of Jammu and Kashmir Bank, and his term has been extended by 6 months or till the appointment of MD and CEO, which is earlier. RBI extended his appointment by exercising its powers conferred under the section 10BB of the Banking Resolution Act of 1949. If we look at some of the key points, his extension will be effective from April 10, 2021. RK Chibber was appointed as the CMD of J&K Bank in the year 2019 for a period of 6 months, and after that his tenure was extended numerous times. J&K Bank has appointed RK Chibber as the CMD after dissolving the designation chairman and CEO held by Pervez Ahmed in order to increase the transparency, governance, compliance and profitability of the lender. If we talk about Jammu and Kashmir Bank, it was incorporated in 1938. Headquarter is in Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir. Alright, so the question will be whose term has been extended by Jammu and Kashmir Bank? He is RK Chibber, and he is the current and he is holding the position of CMD, that is chairman and managing director. And this term has been extended by which organization? It has been extended by RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. Next, mark this important. Next is, alright, we will be talking about Mallika Srinivasan. Mallika Srinivasan, she became the first private sector specialist to be appointed as the chairman of PESB. What does PESB stands for? PESB is your Public Enterprises Selection Board. Alright, so question will be who has been appointed as the chairman or chief of PESB? She is Mallika Srinivasan. Alright, if we look at the data, the appointment committee of the cabinet has approved the appointment of Padma Shri Mallika Srinivasan, chairman and managing director of Tractors and Farm Equipments TAFE. Alright, India's second and the world's third largest tractor manufacturer, as the chairman of the public enterprises selection board, which is responsible for the appointment of the top management post in central public sector enterprises. Alright, I repeat, see, the appointment committee of the cabinet has approved the appointment of Padma Shri Mallika Srinivasan. Alright, and she's a Padma Shri awardee also. That is also the reason that question becomes important. Who is she? She is the chairman and managing director of the TAFE, that is Tractors and Farm Equipments, which is India's second and world's third largest tractor manufacturer. Alright, and she has been appointed as the chairperson of the Public Enterprises Selection Board, that is PESB, which is responsible for the top management post in the central public sector enterprise. This is the first time where a private sector specialist was appointed as the head of PESB. Shailesh, a 1985 batch IAS officer, was appointed as the member of PESB for a period of 3 years or until attaining at the age of 65. If we talk about PESB, it comes under the Ministry of Personal Public Grievance and Pensions. Chairperson, we just saw, she became Mallika Srinivasan, and the head office is in New Delhi. Alright, then moving on. Next, Ministry of Labour and Employment is ready to set up expert committee for suggesting standards under the OSH and WC code. What does this OSH and WC stands for? See, OSH stands for Occupational Safety, Health and Working Condition, that is OSH and WC. So Ministry of Labour Employment will be constituting a 3-member expert committee to reviewing the standards under Occupational Safety, Health and Working Condition Code 2020. The committees will review the existing rules and regulations on safety, health and working conditions standards such as pertaining to factories, docks and construction work. The three-member committee consists of Dr. R.K. Elangovan. He is the Director General Factory Advice and Labor Institutes, will head the expert committee for the factories and dock workers. So who will be the heading the three members expert committee that was set up by Ministry of Labor Employment under Occupational Safety, Health and Working Condition? It will be headed by Dr. R.K. Elangovan. Then next person is PLN Murthy. He is the Vice President and Head Domestic Operations, L&T Hydrocarbon, Chennai, will head the expert committee for building and other construction work. All right. For factories and dock, it will be headed by Dr. R.K. Elangovan, and for building and other construction works, it will be held by PLN Murthy. And then if we talk about fire safety, this will be head by Dr. K. Shami. All right. Remember these three names; they are important. Then moving on. Next, we'll be talking about Slovak president. All right. I repeat, Slovak president appoints Edward Heger as the prime minister. As you can see him in the picture, he is Edward Heger. He has been appointed as the prime minister of Slovak, and he was appointed by president of Slovak. All right. Moving on, if we look at the data, former Slovak finance minister Edward Heger, 44, he will be appointed as the prime minister of Slovakia by the president Zuzana Kaputova. He succeeds former prime minister Igor Matovic, who now became finance minister of Slovakia. Edward Heger was a manager and a parliamentary deputy from Matovic's Oleno party. All right. And the above appointment has done after Igor Matovic's sudden acquisition of Russian coronavirus vaccine Sputnik 5 in March 2021. If we talk about Slovakia, capital is Bratislava and currency is euro. Coming back to topic, who became the new prime minister of Slovakia? He is Edward Heger. He was appointed as the prime minister by whom? By the prime president of Slovakia. All right. And what is the name of the president of Slovakia? He is Zuzana Kaputova. All right. Next we'll be talking about Mukhmeet S. Bhatia. I repeat, as you can see him in the picture, he is Mukhmeet S. Bhatia, charged as Director General of ESIC. What does ESIC stands for? It stands for Employees State Insurance Corporation. All right. So who has been appointed as the Director General of ESIC? Mukhmeet S. Bhatia. If we look at the data, Mukhmeet S. Bhatia assumed the charge as the Director General of Employees State Insurance Corporation under the Ministry of Labour and Employment and Government of India. Previously, he served as the Additional Secretary in the Department of Economic Affairs and Ministry of Finance. If we talk about Mukhmeet S. Bhatia is a 1990 batch IAS officer of Jharkhand cadre. He has served as the Principal Secretary in the Department of Labour and Employment and Women and Child Development in the Government of Jharkhand. If we talk about the Employees State Insurance Corporation, that is ESIC, Director General is Mukhmeet S. Bhatia. We just saw he will be holding the position of Director General of ESIC, and headquarter of this ESIC is in New Delhi. Next is Adani Ports has recently acquired 25% of the Vishwamudra's stake in Krishnapatnam Port. I repeat, question will be direct. Who has recently acquired 25% of Krishnapatnam Port? It was acquired by whom? It was acquired by Adani Ports. All right. If we look at the data, Adani Ports and Special Economic Zones has acquired the outstanding 25% stake in Krishnapatnam Port for 2,800 crore from Vishwamudra Holdings, making the port a wholly owned subsidiary of the company. In October 2020, APSEZ is your Adani Ports and Special Economic Zones has acquired a 75% stake in Krishnapatnam Port for rupees 13,675, and now they have recently again acquired the rest 25% stake in the Krishnapatnam Port. The acquisition of the Krishnapatnam port makes the Adani Ports India's largest port developer and operator, representing 24% of the country's total port capacity. All right, so remember this news. Next is your NV Ramana. This question is very important. All right, so do take a note of it. NV Ramana, remember this name. He has been now appointed as the 48th Chief Justice of India. All right, who has been appointed as the new Chief Justice of India? He is NV Ramana. Question can be asked, NV Ramana is which number of Chief Justice of India? So he is 48th Chief Justice of India. The President of India appointed Justice Nathulapati Venkata Ramana, Judge of the Supreme Court, as the 48th Chief Justice of India. The notification regarding the appointment was issued by the Department of Justice, Ministry of Law and Justice. He will take over as the Chief Justice of India on 24th of April 2021 for a 16th month tenure till August 26, 2022. He will succeed the incumbent. Or question can be asked, who will be replacing Sharad Arvind Bobde, or who will NV Ramana will be replacing whom as the Chief Justice of India? So he will be replacing Sharad Arvind Bobde. All right, who will retire on 23rd of April. The Chief Justice of India is appointed by the President of India. Mark this. This is very important. All right, and if we talk about the Ministry of Law of Justice, Union Ministry is Ravi Shankar Prasad. See, so now if we look at the questions that can be framed, who appoints the Chief Justice of India? It is appointed by President. Who is the 47th Chief Justice of India? He is Justice Sharad Arvind Bobde. Who is the 48th Chief Justice of India? NV Ramana. All right, and another thing you can remember from this is that's all this from this topic. That's enough. All right, so three things: 48th Chief Justice of India. Who is he? NV Ramana. He will be replacing Justice Sharad Arvind Bobde, who was the 47th Chief Justice of India. And Chief Justice of India is appointed by whom? It is appointed by the President of India. Next. Government appoints S. Ramanan as SIDBI Chairman and Managing Director. All right. So you can say CMD. Who has been appointed as the new CMD of SIDBI? He is S. Ramanan. All right. S. Raman has been appointed as who was the current Chief Executive Officer of the National E-Governance Service Limited. Now he has been appointed as the Chairman and Managing Director of SIDBI, that is your Small Industries Development Bank of India. He will hold the post of CMD SIDBI for a period of 3 years from the date of his assuming charge or until further orders. As you can see him in the picture, he is S. Raman and he will be holding the post of Chairman and Managing Director of SIDBI. Next we'll be talking about Poonam Gupta. World Bank economist Poonam Gupta appointed as the first women Director General of NCAER. What does NCAER stands for? NCAER stands for National Council of Applied Economics Research. All right. So World Bank economist Poonam Gupta has been appointed as the first women Director General of NCAER. So she became the first woman. So this question becomes important. Poonam Gupta, who was the current economist of World Bank, has been appointed as the first women DG, that is your Director General of NCAER. She will be succeeding whom? She will be succeeding Shekhar Shah, who is the current DG of NCAER. Poonam Gupta has been working with the World Bank since 2013 as their economist. She has served as the Reserve Bank of India Chair Professor at the National Institute of Public Finance and Policy and Professor of Macroeconomics at the Indian Council for Research on International Economic Relationship and Autonomous Economic Think Tank. So who is if we talk about the current Director General, he is Shekhar Shah of NCAER, and now who will be taking his position? Poonam Gupta. Next is it was established in 1956. Location of the headquarter of NCAER is in New Delhi. Next we'll be talking about a brand ambassador. Sports Exchange ropes in Prithvi Shaw as their sports ambassador. So question will be direct. Who has been appointed as the brand ambassador of Sports Exchange. He is Prithvi Shaw, and Prithvi Shaw is related to which sport? He is related to cricket. All right, moving on. Read the next news. What it they say. Pramerica Life Insurance appointed Kalpana Sampath as the new MD and CEO. Pramerica Life Insurance Limited, that is PLIL, that is a private life insurance company, appointed Kalpana Sampath as the new managing director and chief executing officer. So do remember this. All right, and she will be succeeding whom? Anup Prabhi as the new MD and CEO. Next is President appoints Sushil Chandra as the Chief Election Commissioner. That is very important. It is one of the most important topic of this current video. All right. President appointed Sushil Chandra. Remember this name. He is the person, as you can see him in the picture. Sushil Chandra has been appointed as the Chief Election Commissioner of India. All right. I repeat. Sushil Chandra has been appointed as the Chief Election Commissioner of India. What is the article related to Chief Election Commission or Election Commission? It is 324. All right. So the article related to Election Commission is 324, and the new Chief Election Commissioner, that is CEC of India, is Sushil Chandra. Who appointed Sushil Chandra, or who appointed the new Chief Election Commissioner? It was appointed by President, and he is the 24th Chief Election Commissioner of India. President Ramnath Kovind appointed Sushil Chandra as the 24th Chief Election Commissioner of India. He will be succeeding whom? Sunil Arora, and Sushil Chandra will assume the charge on April 13th. He was appointed as the pursuance of Clause 2 of Article 324 of the Constitution of India. All right. Then if we talk about the Election Commission of India, this was formed in 1950 and the headquarters is in New Delhi. Two things to remember from this is who appointed the new Chief Election Commissioner. He was appointed by the President Ramnath Kovind. And what is the name of the new Chief Election Commissioner? Sunil Chandra. He is the 24th Chief Election Commissioner of India. All right. And he will be succeeding Sunil Arora. And what is the article related to Election Commission? It is Article 324. Moving on. Former banker Guillermo Lasso won Ecuador's presidential election. I repeat, who won the recent Ecuador's presidential election? It was won by former banker Guillermo Lasso. All right, as you can see him in the picture. Guillermo Lasso, former banker, won Ecuador's 2021 presidential election after his opponent Andres Arauz, a social economist, conceded. He will become the 47th president of Ecuador. All right, remember what is the number of the president he will be becoming? He will be becoming 47th president of Ecuador. Lasso had won around 52% of the vote and Andres got around 47%. These are secondary things. The important thing then comes is, remember, if we talk about Ecuador, president is Lenin Moreno, president-elect is Guillermo Lasso, and the currency of this country, what is the country? Ecuador. What is the currency of Ecuador? United States dollar, and capital is Quito. So who has just won the presidential elections? He is Guillermo Lasso. All right, and he was a former banker. Moving on. Next is Claude Joseph. As you can see him in the picture, Haiti president appoints Claude Joseph as the new prime minister. So who became the new prime minister of Haiti? He was Claude Joseph. All right. The president of Haiti appointed Claude Joseph as the new prime minister of foreign affairs, or who appointed him as the new prime minister of Haiti. He was holding currently Claude Joseph was holding the position of Minister of Foreign Affairs. All right. And he has recently upgraded, or he has been, you can say, promoted to the post of Prime Minister of Haiti. All right. He succeeded Joseph Joute, who resigned from power because of the ongoing political crisis and unrest among the people. If we talk about Haiti, the capital is Port-au-Prince, currency is Haitian God, and the president is Jovenel Moise. Prime Minister will be Claude Joseph. All right. So new Prime Minister of Haiti is Claude Joseph, as you can see him in the picture. Moving on. Techno ropes Ayushman Kurana, Indian brand ambassador for the year 2021. Who became the new brand ambassador of Techno? He is Ayushman Kurana. Alright, we all know him. Don't go into that much detail. Who became the new actor of Techno, that is a global smartphone brand? He is Ayushman Kurana. Alright, then moving on. Next is important. Do take a note of this news also. US President Joe Biden nominated whom to serve as the next NASA administrator. So remember, Joe Biden, who is the US President, nominated Bill Nelson to serve as the NASA administrator. Alright, so Joe Biden has nominated former astronaut Bill Nelson to serve as the next administrator of the organization NASA. Question will be direct. Who has been appointed as the new administrator of NASA by US President Joe Biden? He is Bill Nelson. Next, Government of Ghana has acquired 100% stake in Airtel Tigo. Remember Airtel, this just focus on this Airtel. Airtel is an Indian company, you just know. Alright, so the government of Ghana has made an agreement with Bharti Airtel and Millicom International Cellular SA to acquire 100% stake in the or 100% shares of Airtel Tigo. After the agreement, Ghana will take over the Airtel Tigo along with its all customers, assets and liabilities, and later it will operate at a state entity of Ghana. Alright, so who acquired the Airtel Tigo? It was 100% or fully acquired by government of Ghana. Another thing, if we talk about Airtel Tigo in 2017, the Airtel Africa, a subsidiary of Bharti Airtel and Millicom International Cellular, merged their operations in Ghana, alright, and formed Airtel Tigo. So Airtel Tigo is the combination of two organizations or two companies, that is Airtel and Millicom International Cellular. Alright, so they together merged and formed Airtel Tigo. Moving on, if we talk about Ghana, capital is Accra, currency is Ghanaian cedi, president is Nana Akufo-Addo, and if we talk about Airtel Tigo, it was established in 2017, headquarter is in Accra, Ghana, CEO will be Murthy Changati. Alright, so which organization or which government actually here, which country acquired 100% stake in Airtel Tigo? It was the government of Ghana. Moving on, next we'll be talking about Kim Boo-kyum. Mark this important. Alright, who became the new Prime Minister of South Korea? I repeat, new Prime Minister of South Korea is Kim Boo-kyum. Alright, I repeat, who became the new president of or new Prime Minister of South Korea? He is Kim Boo-kyum. Alright, as you can see him in the picture. Moon Jae-in, he is the president of South Korea, nominated Kim Boo-kyum, the former Minister of Interior and Safety, as the new Prime Minister of South Korea. Kim Boo-kyum will be the third PM under the government headed by President Moon Jae-in. He will replace the former PM Chung Si-kyun, who resigned to run in the 2022 presidential elections. Alright, then coming to the Kim Boo-kyum, he served as the Interior Minister in 2017 to 2019. He has served as the Mayor of Daegu and the Southeastern Metropolitan City. Alright, if we talk about South Korea, the President Moon Jae-in, capital is Seoul and currency is South Korean won. And who will be the PM of South Korea now? He will be Kim Boo-kyum. Moving on. Next is RBI OK's reappointment of Murli Natarajan, the DCB Bank MD and CEO. I repeat, who has been reappointed as the MD, Managing Director and CEO, that is your Chief Executing Officer of DCB Bank. He is Murli Natarajan. Alright, next thing, who reappointed Murli Natarajan as the MD and CEO of DCB Bank? It was reappointed by RBI. I. Alright, so remember the name Murli Natarajan. He has been reappointed as the MD and CEO of DCB Bank. RBI has approved. Who approved the reappointment? It was approved by RBI. Reappointed Murli Natarajan as the MD and CEO of DCB Bank for 1 year from April 29 to 2021. Initially, he was appointed as MD and CEO of DCB Bank in May 2019. Alright, about Murli Natarajan, before joining DCB, he worked in foreign banks such as Standard Chartered and Citibank. DCB Bank is the first bank in India to start Aadhaar based ATM. Another thing to remember. If we talk about DCB Bank, it was established in 1930, headquarters in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and tagline is "We value you." Next, and the last news for the day is Mohammad Idris Deby Into named as the president of Chad. And we have discussed this many times. Who became the new president of Chad? He is Mohammad Idris Deby Into. Alright. Mohammad Idris Deby Into, a 4-star general, has taken over as the president of Chad. The military council has named Mohammad Idris Deby Into as the transitional leader of Chad following the death of his father Idris Deby Into, who was the president of Chad. He will assume the functions of the president of the Republic of Chad. He was also named as the supreme head of the armed forces. A democratic election will be conducted after 18-month transitional period. If we talk about the country Chad, currency is Central African CFA francs and the capital is N'Djamena. All right. So who became the new president of Chad? He is Mohammad Idris Deby Into after the death of his father Idris Deby Into, who was the president of Chad. So friends, this was our video. I hope you enjoyed our video. If you liked our video, do hit the like button, share the link with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel or if you are new to our channel, then do subscribe because it motivates us to bring a better content for you guys. Also, if you have any trouble regarding login or payment or any other issues, then you can reach to us on our mail, that is support@affairscloud.com, or you can call us on the number 9677333862 and we'll resolve your issue as soon as possible. Also, you should go and check our courses that are available at a very reasonable price and that will help you to boost your preparations for upcoming government exams. You can use the code VIKAS10 to get a straight 10% discount on any purchase you make. Alright, so that's all for the day. Take care.